All right, we're live. Normally I do Instagram lives, but I decided to mix it up a little bit. We are here. This is my first YouTube live. So I'm getting a little hungry. It's 11 o'clock. For those of you that don't know me, I have a almost 7-month-old and still breastfeeding, still working out quite a bit. I've been doing a lot more runs, but I do boot camp every Monday. Sometimes I'll run 2 to 3 to 4 miles in the evenings after she goes down. I'll do random workouts here and there. So pretty active, and with the breastfeeding, I'm very hungry. So I've already had my berry bowl, my infamous berry bowl. But right now, I'm gonna make a snack. Something that I like to do, and again, I normally do these on Instagram, so I don't think any of you guys really know what I tend to eat on a regular basis. So I generally eat a fairly low carb. Obviously, I'm upping my carbs a little bit more during this season of life, but I generally do lower carb, good amount of protein, decent amount of fat. I focus heavily on vegetables. So this is what we're eating today. So I have 2 pieces of Dave's Killer Bread. I'm gonna have that. We have a ton of avocados that need to be used. I actually just froze. I don't know why that sounded weird. I froze a few because they were already going bad. And if you don't know, you can just mash it up, freeze it into like an ice cube tray or whatever you have around, and drop that into your smoothie. And that will be a really good source of fat. It helps make the smoothie creamy without having to add, extra sugar from like a frozen banana. And there's a place for a frozen banana. But again, just to reiterate, I tend to eat lower carb. I'm conscious of the carbs that I eat. I'm eating more now during breastfeeding, but if you're just curious about the way I eat and why, maybe I'll do a video on why I choose to eat this way. So we're gonna use some of this up. If you're not a fan of avocado, you can do like a really good quality cream cheese. You could do hummus, love doing hummus. You can even do cottage cheese, some sort of creamy layer that's either protein dense or has a good amount of fat. I'm actually just gonna go for this whole half of an avocado. I don't always have that much, but I have a busy afternoon and I don't wanna have to think about eating again. So we have a half an avocado on those 2 pieces. We're gonna take a little bit of arugula. I love using arugula because it's a bitter green, and the more bitters you can get in a day, it's gonna be good for your liver, for your digestion. We're so used to craving sweet foods that you really want to, it's good to change your taste buds up and become more comfortable with bitter foods. So grapefruit is a really good one to start. If you're not a fan of grapefruit, it's such a good fruit to have in your diet. You can actually, a lot of people think to put sugar on top of the grapefruit, obviously create sweetness, but if you actually sprinkle a little bit of salt, that'll bring out the sweetness. It's just like when you bake, you put a pinch of salt in there because it's gonna bring out the sweetness. I feel like I don't know, feels like it low. So we have some arugula here. I'm gonna have some fresh basil, and we're gonna chiffonade this. That sounds really fancy. All it means is slice it into thin ribbons. So you take your basil, you stack them on top of each other, and then you're gonna roll it like a little cigar. Actually, go this way, and then you're just gonna do. Herbs are actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. So the more herbs you can put in your foods, the better. Sprinkle it in salads, mint, oregano, rosemary, basil, thyme. Add that to your stuff. Mint or herbs and spices. Now we have these organic chicken thighs. This is gonna be the good part. Steven just cooked these up last night. I didn't even heat these. I'm just going with it. I don't really mind. You know, another good thing I was going to put on here, but we already had this chicken, and it tastes delicious, is you could do medium boiled or hard boiled eggs and like jammy eggs, which are the best. Slice that up and put that on here. So that's something that I generally do. And again, you know, a lot of people, when they're in a health journey, trying to lose weight, try to reduce inflammation, help with their sleep, one of the biggest things that you can target is upping your protein intake. You will see such a dramatic difference in your health and your well-being and your hormone optimization, everything, if you increase your protein. Such a big difference. So let me rinse my hands. If I didn't use a full, or if I didn't use a half of an avocado, maybe if I used just a quarter, I probably would have added fat from some feta cheese. I would have put that on top of this. Let me show you what we got here. So super simple. I probably would have snacked on some sliced cucumbers. I really like snacking on those. Just to kind of fill up my stomach without, let's see. So that's my snack. You have your protein from the chicken, fat from the avocado. We have our carbs from the bread. Again, I can't remember if I mentioned this. I'm not a huge bread person. I actually really want to get into making my own sourdough. I know that that's the COVID thing to do. I tried it early on. I don't know if I just messed something up or I wasn't patient enough, but I want to give it another shot and try it, because a lot of times people who have gluten issues, and I don't necessarily, well, maybe I do have gluten issues. It does hurt my stomach sometimes. My mom has celiac disease, so I'm very familiar with gluten intolerances, everything like that. I know it can lead to inflammation, and so I'm always trying to find opportunities to lower my inflammation as best as possible. But this is I think it's my first live. So if you're watching, let me know if you dig this. If you want me to show you other little snacks I make in the kitchen, maybe even some different workouts. Still got my muscle going. I've actually become more veiny, which is a little weird, but I want to be careful with that. So still got the muscle going, 7 months we're 6 months postpartum, but anyways, hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll chat with you later. Bye.